Iraq's economic rebirth, Prime Minister Soudani's vision and the future of the Iraqi dinar. Introduction: A nation at the crossroads. Iraq stands at a historic intersection of transformation and opportunity. Decades of war, sanctions, and instability have left deep scars on the nation's economy. Yet, under the leadership of Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, a wave of reforms has sparked renewed hope and cautious optimism. These reforms, centered on modernizing the financial system, strengthening the Iraqi dinar, and restoring institutional credibility, are drawing global attention. This article delves deep into the factors shaping Iraq's economic future and what it means for investors, citizens, and the international financial landscape. First, Soudani's strategic vision, economic sovereignty and stability. Prime Minister Soudani's administration has prioritized economic sovereignty. Central to this is reclaiming control over Iraq's financial systems and ensuring that revenue generated from oil exports and other sources is managed transparently. Soudani aims to reduce dependency on external actors and institutions while promoting internal financial growth, digitization, and accountability. 2. Iraq's link to the US Federal Reserve. A little-known fact to the general public is that Iraq, like other oil-exporting nations, maintains accounts with the US Federal Reserve. These accounts allow for the storage and transaction of oil revenues in US dollars, a globally accepted reserve currency. Recently, Soudani emphasized Iraq's autonomy in managing these accounts, countering rumors suggesting external control. His administration has moved from withdrawing $14 billion annually in cash to under $10 billion through digital banking reforms. This shift signals progress towards modernization, reduced corruption, and enhanced financial sovereignty. 3. Cashless economy. The move to digital banking. Iraq is making a strategic move from a cash-based economy to a digital and bank-led system. This transformation is more than a policy, it's a cultural shift. Previously, the reliance on cash transactions allowed room for financial irregularities. Today, a more transparent system is being built through stricter regulations, e-payment platforms, banking integrations, and digital tracking of transactions. This modernization helps reduce corruption, improve revenue collection, and promote economic resilience. 4. Traders and taxes. Building a transparent business ecosystem. One of the biggest challenges Iraq faces is transitioning small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, into this formal economy. Many traders are now required to pay taxes, declare revenues, and follow digital transaction norms. While these measures foster accountability, they have also led to initial resistance, especially from businesses unprepared for compliance. Economist Salon Yuri notes that while these changes are essential for alignment with international financial standards, they could necessitate revisiting Iraq's national budget to accommodate transitional challenges. 5. Tariffs and diplomacy. The US-Iraq trade dynamic. While Iraq enjoys certain exemptions on oil-related tariffs, other sectors, especially luxury imports, are affected. American vehicles and luxury goods entering Iraq face high import duties, straining diplomatic and trade ties. The United States has reportedly encouraged Baghdad to ease these tariffs to promote trade relations. However, lowering tariffs could affect government revenue, presenting another balancing act for Soudani's economic team. Preserve domestic financial stability while engaging positively with Western allies. The Iraqi dinar, a currency under the spotlight. The speculation around the Iraqi dinar has persisted for years, with many investors eagerly awaiting a potential revaluation. Some discussions even point to a potential increase to $4.50 to $5 per USD. While these figures remain speculative, the dinar's value is closely tied to oil revenues, inflation, and fiscal reforms. A stronger dinar would increase purchasing power and improve the standard of living. However, economists caution against rapid appreciation without foundational economic reforms, as it could make exports less competitive and destabilize the economy. 7. Oil as Iraq's backbone, a double-edged sword. Oil revenues account for the majority of Iraq's national budget. As global oil prices fluctuate, so does Iraq's fiscal stability. Higher prices boost reserves and support currency strength. Yet, reliance on oil is risky. Sudanese administration acknowledges this and has advocated for economic diversification. Investments in agriculture, manufacturing, renewable energy and tourism are being considered to reduce dependence on oil. This diversification is key to ensuring long-term dinar stability. 8. Floating the dinar, understanding the strategy. One of the most discussed reforms is the potential floating of the Iraqi dinar. This means allowing the currency's value to be determined by market forces. There are two main approaches: a free float, completely market-driven, and a managed float. Government intervenes occasionally. Iraq is leaning toward a managed float system, aiming to maintain a balance between market dynamics and currency stability. This approach offers flexibility and gradual exposure to global currency markets without shocking the economy. 9. What a floating dinar means for citizens and investors. For Iraqi citizens, a floating currency could mean improved purchasing power if the dinar strengthens. Imported goods could become more affordable. However, if the dinar depreciates, inflation could hurt the average household. The government is working on education campaigns to prepare citizens for this shift. For investors, the floating dinar presents both opportunity and risk. Currency markets are volatile, and while there's potential for significant gains, the possibility of losses is equally real. Smart investing will require deep market research and a keen understanding of Iraqi economic indicators. 10th, institutional reforms and anti-corruption measures. Reforming Iraq's institutions is crucial for any lasting economic change. Prime Minister Soudani has taken a strong stance against corruption, launching investigations and increasing oversight in public spending. Transparent procurement processes, judicial accountability, and digital audit systems are being put into place. These measures, though challenging to implement, are vital for attracting foreign investment and restoring public trust. 11th, economic diversification, the long road. Ahead beyond oil, Iraq is exploring alternative revenue streams. Agriculture, a historically significant sector, is being revived through subsidies and modernization efforts. Similarly, the manufacturing sector is being encouraged via industrial zones and foreign partnerships. Tourism, especially religious and heritage tourism, also holds potential. Economic diversification not only supports currency stability, but also provides employment and boosts regional development. 12th, geopolitical influence and regional cooperation. Iraq's geographic and political position gives it significant regional influence. Building economic partnerships with neighboring countries like Turkey, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan is a priority. Joint infrastructure projects, trade corridors, and energy cooperation agreements can enhance Iraq's economic integration in the region. Geopolitical stability, however, remains a prerequisite for these ambitions. 13. Public education and financial literacy. With these sweeping reforms, public education becomes essential. Iraq is launching campaigns to educate citizens about banking, savings, currency valuation, and digital payments. Banks are developing mobile apps and offering financial literacy programs. This is a generational transformation, creating a financially aware society capable of supporting and benefiting from economic reforms. 14. Media, misinformation, and managing expectations. One of the biggest challenges is managing public and investor expectations. Speculation about the dinar's revaluation often leads to misinformation. Sudanese government is working with credible media outlets to provide accurate updates. Transparency in policy decisions and timely communication will be key in maintaining stability and trust. 15th, Investors' Roadmap, Navigating the Dinar Landscape. For those looking to invest in the Iraqi dinar, the roadmap involves thorough research, risk management, and a long-term perspective. Understanding Iraq's political stability, fiscal policies, oil market trends, and central bank reforms is crucial. Diversifying investments and consulting financial advisors familiar with Middle Eastern markets can mitigate risks. 16. Stories from the ground, hope and hurdles. Across Iraq, ordinary citizens express cautious optimism. Traders adapting to tax regulations, farmers benefiting from subsidies, and young professionals entering digital banking ecosystems represent the new Iraq. Yet, challenges remain. Power outages, limited internet access, and bureaucratic inertia are still hurdles. Still, the momentum for change is undeniable. 17. Forecasting Iraq's economic future. Analysts suggest that if current reforms continue and political stability holds, Iraq could emerge as a key economic player in the Middle East. The path is long and filled with challenges, but the trajectory is promising. International institutions like the IMF and World Bank have acknowledged Iraq's progress and are offering technical assistance. 18. Final thoughts, a nation reborn. Iraq's economic rebirth is not just about numbers or policies, it's about people, pride, and potential. Under Prime Minister Soudani's leadership, Iraq is turning a new page. By floating the dinar, modernizing the financial system, reducing reliance on oil, and fighting corruption, the country is laying the foundation for a stable, prosperous future.